All right, guys, we're going to start out by talking about how to make an interpretation comment on your critiques. So interpretation is going to focus on symbolism. So how we're going to do that is rather than just looking at a piece, we're going to try to dig deeper and try to find some meaning in it. Now, it's okay if that's not what the artist intended. This is just you trying to get your own meaning out of it. So nobody's asking you to be a mind reader. We're just asking you to come up with your own interpretation. So if we look at some pieces from Benito Caminhas from last week, then we'll start there. So here we have the aloe plant doubling as some colored pencils. And it would be really, really easy for me to say, oh, it's very bright, so it symbolizes joy. But that is also kind of, that's an interpretation that an elementary school student could come up with. So you really want to try to dig deeper and you want to try to think critically. So what I might say about this is, that the colored pencils represent art and the aloe plant represents nature. And so really what it's saying to me is how beauty is already in nature and that it's its own work of art. And if we take time to stop and look at it and appreciate it the way that we do art, then we may be a little bit more fulfilled. So that might be one interpretation of that. Let's take a look at another one of his pieces. We've got this one here. And we have the barcode with the hands reaching out. And so what I might see with this is that, I might say that things like social media and computers and companies, they just see people as consumers, so not as people. And I can look at this barcode and think about how it makes us feel just like a number and not as individuals. But you see these hands reaching out, trying to break that ideal. Okay, so this idea that there are individuals behind all of those numbers in data and things like that. So that's what it says to me. Let's look at one of your pieces and then we can see how you might want to do an interpretive comment. She's got the penguin with the pineapple and it's super cute, but what could it possibly mean? Well, as we know, penguins typically come from colder areas. It's not always the case. There are penguins in New Zealand and in South Africa, but we tend to associate the penguin as a symbol of something cold, and the pineapple growing in warmer climates. So to me, this also you see how the penguin looks friendly. So I might say that this piece to me represents the melding of different cultures in a friendly way and how we can all get along despite our differences.